Oscar said, anyone here have any tips for creating a cash buffer, quote unquote, or a reserve separate to the emergency fund for those shoot moments, or just having a personal float, trying to have a minimum of $500? What's your shtick on this? How do you manage money?
What's the difference between an emergency fund and an shoot moment?
Yeah, so I'll give you the example. The Glen James Spending Plan, which is my free online course that I teach, we want people to have an emergency fund out of sight, out of mind, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses only for emergencies. And then what I teach is to transfer a fixed amount once a week over to an account that's on your phone that you tap for food, fuel, groceries, going out, cafes, any of that stuff. Now, I don't know if I did it, and I will be reshooting the online course in the new year, now that we've got all this set up. And I don't know if I mentioned it in the old online course because it's a little bit advanced in terms of your personal control of money and whatnot. But for example, I use my weekly spend goes over to my Up bank account every Wednesday, right? And sometimes, like what's today, Tuesday?
Yep.
Tomorrow night, a new weekly amount will come in. Now, I know that between now and tomorrow night, I've got food sorted. I don't think I'll be spending more than $20. If we went out and got a burger after this, like it's there. I've got $79 left in my everyday account until tomorrow night. So what I do, any leftover, I put it in one of these little savings account with my spending plan, weekly spend bank. And if it happens every week that you go over, you probably just need to pay yourself less.
Yep.
But any ad hoc, $10, $20, $30, because some weeks it will become Wednesday afternoon and I've got $20 left or $1 or something.
Yep.
So what I've got is a little, in the savers account, I've just basically put spare money over there. So if something does come up, like
Yep.
like I'm going to Adelaide this Friday to see Tool play.
Yep.
Meeting a friend there, Nathan Bradley, who's been on the Retire Right podcast, so meeting him and his wife there. And I needed to buy a ticket, $300. Oh, that was just out of the blue, not planned for anything. I go over to my little sub Glen slush fund. There's a bit more in here than I would usually like. I don't usually need more than $1,000 or even $500 for this type of crap.
Yep.
I've got $2,090 in there. I'll probably move $1,500 back over to my savings account because it's just built up. So absolutely, Oscar, it's a good little thing that you can do that, if you go, stuff it, I'll buy this. You don't have to wreck the system and pull money out of your cash hub. But yeah, because genuinely some weeks you will have a light week of expenses, the odd leftover, do that. But if it starts to get a regular thing, so there's like $50 or $60 a week, you probably need to turn your automated savings down. Hey, it's Glen here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.